Hey, Rod,
What's up, Shaver?
why don't you drop some 1865 Rod wisdom on the people?
Got some wisdom? Well, here's one. The purple belt you are today is the black belt you will be tomorrow.
I like that. I like that. You know what? We're going to talk about that this time on Open Mat Chronicles.
All right, you guys, welcome back. Another episode of Open Mat Chronicles. 1865 Rod here. And as always, we got Schaefer in the house ready to bring you another fun-filled episode, OMC. What's up, Schaefer?
What's going on, everybody? Schaefer's in the house. OMC. Absolutely. Open Mat Chronicles. We're here. We're doing the damn thing. So, Rod, we were talking a little bit today, and we were talking about, like, we had a vast amount of new purple belts.
Yes,
like,
we do.
We're starting to get purple belt heavy in our school, which I like, man. Purple belt, that's the killer belt. They're like baby sharks. They're out there.
They're feeding.
They're feeding.
Hunting.
Absolutely, absolutely. You want to kind of give people an idea on what we're talking about today?
Because I was looking at purple belts and I was thinking back to when I was a purple belt. And it just seems like the purple belt you are today is a pretty good indicator of what kind of black belt you'll be. Like, there doesn't seem to be a huge disparity, you know, from purple to black as opposed to from white to purple.
For sure,
right?
For sure. It's like we said, it was the diminishing return. By the time you hit
Yes.
purple, you're not going to change too much as you go to black belt.
Yeah.
And obviously, this is mainly anecdotal because, I mean, we can think about the people we've known. We can think about ourselves between purple and black. We can think of the ones we've known who we've rolled with for years and years and years, because we know a lot of people who've become black belts over the years. And when we look at them, when you roll with them and whatnot, you still kind of feel like you're rolling with them like they were the purple belts,
you
right?
Tell.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake. Sometimes I try to compare myself to how I was as a purple belt to today, but I've been a black belt for 5 years. So if I dial that back to like when I first got my black belt, I mean, I'm definitely better, but it's not a huge disparity. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not like orders of magnitude better. But then if you were to say from your white belt to your purple belt,
huge.
Night and day. Night and
Killer.
freaking day.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about today, right? We're talking about the massive gap that happens between white to purple, but more importantly, when you hit that purple belt and once you've kind of like grown into it and become comfortable in it, you're pretty much looking into the future at the type of black belt you will most likely be. Yeah. Do we have to always say there's outliers? And
there's always outliers.
Yeah, you know, this is for the general population of jiu-jitsu people.
We always have to put that caveat, right?
I know, because otherwise somebody will say, well, I knew a guy who, it's like, no shit. Yeah. We all know a guy, right? I'm just saying, in general, who you see as a purple belt, if you're still coming up right along with them, you're going to see them as a black belt, and you're going to go, yeah. If they were whooping your ass at purple and you were purple at the same time, and you're like, damn, this guy just had my number. Hell, at black belt, they'll probably still will. They probably still will. And that's okay. It's just, you know, you've all gotten way better. Don't get it twisted. You're definitely better. But you're pretty much, man, you're locked in.
Okay, so what are you saying? Are you saying, let's say there's a guy he's just your average Joe purple belt, not setting the world on fire.
Nope.
He doesn't suck either. He's just kind of right there in the middle.
Hobbyist.
Are you saying that he's going to be just kind of your everyday average black belt?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. All right. Think about this.
No, it's kind of true though.
It is, and there's always room to do better because you know what? Here's the deal, right? You start off, you get up off the couch and you go, I'm going to give this jiu-jitsu thing a try, and you jump in and you come in at you're fresh new white belt. You don't know jack shit. Okay, you're just like staring up like the freaking tourists walking around in New York for the first time, and they're staring into skyscrapers. They're like, oh my God, what is all of this? Well, when you kind of get going in it, right? You've got room for this like massive explosive growth between white belt and blue belt, right? You're just learning how to survive. You're like, oh shit, this is crazy. I didn't even know that I was in danger if somebody did this, right? You start picking up those things. You start seeing all the different positions that exist out there. You're like, oh, I kind of like this half guard. And then, they taught deep half guard today, and I actually like that. I feel comfortable on my back, because I feel like I can defend, but I also feel like I might be able to get a sweep. I've learned some stuff, right? Basic escapes and submissions and all that. You make those huge jumps in the beginning. We talk about it like with weightlifting, right? If you've never lifted weights, and then all of a sudden, you're like, I can bench 87 pounds. You're like, damn, man, good job. But then 6 months in, you realize, dude, I'm doing 135. I'm doing 150. Like, big numbers, right? You're starting to get like damn near
135.
Well, listen, from 87 pounds. Okay, I'm saying,
who is it? A 12-year-old? Come on.
Okay, I'm just saying, if you've never did a bench press, and then you were barely getting 100,
you know what?
And then by the time you're 6 months in, you're doing 150, 180, maybe even get to 200. That's a 100-pound jump. Right?
I wonder what the average guy could bench.
We talked about.
I think
that.
It's like 100, 150, 155.
Maybe in
like
that
if you
range.
never lifted weights in your life, you're an average guy who, let's say you weigh 180 pounds. Could you do 150?
Maybe.
Probably do. Oh yeah, you can.
Maybe.
Because think that's a 45 on each side, and that's 135.
A lot of people can.
A quarter. No, maybe you can't. That's 185.
Yo,
no,
I watched. They had a bunch of politicians jump under the weight pile.
135.
It looked like he was going to choke himself.
Yeah, 135. I think it might be. Damn, that guys are weak.
No, you're just strong.
Damn, my goodness.
Now, see, you're looking at the wrong way. They're not weak. We're just strong. So, but in the beginning, you could have this massive amount of growth because you started from basically nothing. So anything looks big. It's like it's an exponential growth because you were at zero. Now, once you're there, once you're going like from blue to purple, though, that's when you kind of say, okay, well now I know what guard I like. I know what this I like. I know, oh, hey, I'm a wrist lock guy. I see him and I just hit him from every angle. Your body type, it's pretty much, you probably kind of built yourself into what you're going to be.
Well, I think your body type's going to determine what game you play a lot of it.
I agree. But let's say you start off and you're just some big, huge fucker at white belt. Now, 5 years in, you're deep into your purple belt, you've probably changed. Like, you're probably not, if you weren't in good shape, you probably are.
Yeah.
To reach purple belt, So your body type, but it kind of stops there, right? Like, you're probably not going to go, well, I was like way out of shape. I got much better shape. I can keep up. I can fight. I can do all this. You're probably not going to go then become Mr. Olympia between purple and brown.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think, And
if you're gonna, in other words, if you're gonna do like a bulking, let's say you got a small guy, he's gonna bulk up. That will probably have been done prior to purple belt.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. And then when you're in your purple belt, you're feeling yourself. You're like, hell yeah, dude, I'm stronger, I'm faster, I'm training more. Like those purple belts, they're the ones showing up 4, 5, 6 times freaking a week. They're like, yo, I'm in it, right? They're hungry.
Yeah. So basically, it's like the habits that you're kind of building from white to purple are going to stay with you.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And you've become pretty damn dangerous, most likely, at purple belt, right? Or at least you've become dangerous relative to what you were at white belt. That's for damn sure. So now you've got this purple belt, and you're like, all right, I'm feeling it. I'm out here every once in a while. I'm catching brown belts. Oh man, this black belt. Maybe he was feeding it to me, but maybe he was having a bad day, or maybe I just legit got him because I actually have a lot of athleticism, or I have this size and strength, and I'm actually knowing how to incorporate it into my game. And this is my purple belt game, right?
Yep.
If you're a microwave, if you're like going to be going super duper fast and cooking everybody, or if you're more of a slow, steady, I'm just going to be slick with my moves. All those things kind of get baked in by the time you're a purple belt, right? It's like a cake, man. White belt, you just have all the ingredients separated. Blue belt, you kind of crack the eggs, you pour them into the mixing bowl.
Yeah.
By purple belt, you've cooked that shit in.
Kind of cooked in, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You can't take the eggs out anymore. They're in there. So What about when you hit purple belt, though? How much you change, though? How much you change when you're deep into your purple?
I mean, you still grow, but it's a lot slower.
Right.
It's a lot slower. So I would give this advice, not really advice, but I wouldn't be discouraged if I was a purple belt and I maybe, or let's take it again.
Okay.
Let's say I was just a guy training and you witnessed another individual who hit their purple belt super fast and they're really, really good.
Right.
Don't get discouraged because sometimes with those people, they plateau too, though. Because they get there super fast because I don't care how good you are at purple belt. You can't just maintain that growth spurt through. It's not going to happen, dude. It's going to start.
Gotcha.
You're going to plateau, right?
Right.
And those guys are still going to experience that diminishing return on the backside, just the way it is. It may take you longer, so just kind of just grind it out, out, and then eventually you'll catch up. Maybe it takes you longer, but you should catch up.
For sure. And okay, so now you've got the one guy who, like I said, he kind of sped his way through. Boom, he's really good. He's athletic. He's used all the gifts that God gave him.
Yeah.
And he applied.
Gets it super quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Those guys are out there. We know a bunch of those guys. And they're badass.
Yeah.
And now, by the time they say, okay, it's time for your brown belt, right? Well, how much have they really changed?
They're going to be similar to what they are.
Right?
I think.
Like
they're going to be. They'll be better. But it's not going to be like, oh, my God, this guy's amazing. You know when I notice I see that with those guys, typically I see it at like midway through blue.
Right.
They're like, this guy.
They start to stand out.
Yeah, they start to stand out. And then they hit their purple and they're solid. But then it kind of like you said, they get better, but it's a lot slower then.
Yes.
They kind of are who they are because they got there quicker. That's all it is.
That's it. They just have more tools up front. And then I think what happens is they start to shave down all that extra stuff. Like they're catching people because they've been YouTube and shit. They're on the Instagrams. They're doing the TikTokies and all that good stuff and learning all this stuff. So they're catching people left and right because people are like, what the hell even is this, right? And they've actually really poured themselves into it. But then as they get deeper into their purple, they kind of start figuring out, okay, I like all this stuff, but everything I'm doing is not realistic. It's not really practical. I don't really need it as much, right?
Exactly.
You can keep it in your back pocket, but it might not be something you train all the time.
Yeah.
So now you're getting ready for that brown belt, and you start kind of getting rid of some of that stuff. You're like, I'll just train more along the lines of what I think would apply like best in my game, right? So they start seeing things, and they actually start seeing the moves they use probably go down, and they're probably getting more success, right? They're like, if they want to jump in with some of the lower belts, it's not that big a deal. It's like they're in there. They got them.
That's why it's important to show everybody all the moves when you're coming up the ranks. I'm really against like not showing leg locks, for example, to a white belt or a blue belt, not showing them heel hooks, not showing them knee bars. Bro, if you've never been shown those moves and now you're a purple belt, you're like midway through, you're not gonna be that person. It's almost like you're robbing them of the opportunity to experience that style of jiu-jitsu. I'm not advocating like, oh my God, you have to be a leg lock. I know, but why not learn all of it, right?
So
it's like a guy who just learned leg locks, but you never taught him how to pass guard.
Right.
He's never going to be a guard passer. Oh, I'm going to learn how to pass guard now. Like, come on.
So which is interesting because I think this also leads to why we've mentioned before, a lot of these lower belts are better than they used to be in the past because there was a time when everything wasn't being taught.
Oh yeah,
it was a lot of whole secret sauce thing going on.
Brown belt only.
Brown belt when you first start doing knee bars
makes zero sense to me.
You're right. It doesn't make any sense in building the best jiu-jitsu player, but it does slow down progression. It gives as you get higher, it kind of gives them something to add to their game because we're kind of talking about that massive quick growth in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And then it slows down and you're not growing quite as much later on. But that's because they gave it to you all in the beginning though.
Yeah. But a lot of those habits are they're forged in you though.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get them cooked in. But now imagine if it was cooked in, right? But then you held back some of those heel hooks and knee bars and all these like the twisting footlock, everything you can't do until brown. Let's say you didn't start teaching until brown.
You did a disservice to your guy.
You're doing a disservice to them as far as them being really, really good already. But if we're talking about this growth slows down. Well, it slows down because there's not as much for you to learn anymore.
Yeah, I
so what about see, this is almost, I don't advocate this, but I'm looking at why maybe we see guys now being better technically than guys of the past, because if we held back some of that stuff,
they'd be doing the same thing.
You'd be learning it
Yeah.
at this higher belt, whereas these lower guys wouldn't know it. They still wouldn't have it. And then that actually opens up more exponential growth at a higher belt level. I kind of see how it happened. Again, I don't think that was the best way to do it if you want to make a really good jiu-jitsu player. But now I'm just like, as I was talking this out, I was like, shit.
It's kind of not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good at all.
But I understand how maybe the growth was still available at brown belt and black belt, because now you're doing things that you weren't doing before.
Yeah, but okay, so I'm just going to use my own experience.
Yeah.
Like, I really started liking leg locks as a white belt. I
Right.
remember when Gus started showing us leg locks. I'm like, oh my god, this is cool. He's like, yeah, this is a bringing a gun to a knife fight. I still remember that.
Hell yeah.
And I really, really embraced the leg lock. So I started getting into leg locks. Then I started getting into knee bars, and then toe holds. So I was doing all those moves. I wasn't the best at them, but at least I was always shooting for those positions.
With them.
And I started getting pretty good at them. And so now, like as a black belt or even as a brown belt, when I really started expanding them, it wasn't unfamiliar territory. I was very comfortable being in, those ashigarami positions, double outside ashi,
Right.
in these weird, inverted positions. So the point is, I was just extremely familiar with those moves from white belt day one. It wasn't any new thing I had to grasp.
Right. So it's nothing new under the sun for you. And, all I was kind of pointing out, and yeah, I get it. This is not the way to actually do it. But I was just saying, if you wanted to still have growth available, it would kind of be like during that brown belt, they open it up to you and they go, hey, these were all the hidden moves that you're now allowed to do.
And you're going to suck at all of them.
You're going to suck it all.
You'll be like a blue belt level at best at all these moves.
You'll have everything cooked in.
No,
like, you know what I mean? You'll be like, this is my game. Do I really want to change up and try all this new stuff now? Probably not. So, yeah, I get it. I like that we're teaching everything right from the beginning, because that way you're going to be probably a pretty damn good white to purple belt. And then if you've already had all this stuff available to you, you're going to be good when you go to brown belt, when you go to black belt, right?
Well, yeah, because I wonder if this would be truthful, if this idea would hold up in reality.
Okay.
Let's say you did every move available except any moves from the back. So you didn't do any chokes, you didn't do any, arm bars, nothing from the back, right?
Right.
And then at brown belt, they said, here's some secret moves. You could do a weird naked choke. Like, even though they made sense and they're phenomenal moves, would you be a back take guy at that point?
Right. It would be kind of.
It'd be like,
because then what would
it's
have
so
been
weird
the
to me.
point
It's just
to
so
ever
weird
get
getting
there?
the back now.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't. You know what I mean? Just because it would just be so foreign to you.
I feel you. I get it. I get it. It's better. It's better the way it is, which is why we have better blue belts than they were in the past.
Today,
right? Today's blue belts.
Back in the day, it was the way you described it before.
Right,
Where they're like,
that's
here's
just
that
what
open chest of new moves at brown belt.
Absolutely. So okay, so and I think we've compared like this whole thing to weightlifting and all, right? Because we got into, we were talking about the law of diminishing returns, and if you were like a really, really weak guy and you started lifting and you went from like 100 pounds to 135 and then maybe even 225 in a year,
Really quickly,
right? Within a year, well, you're not going to hit 275 or 315 just in another year.
Correct.
Right? So it's like, if you're really good or decent enough, you've learned all this stuff from white to purple. You're deep into that purple. Now you're crossing the threshold. You're not going to make the same kind of gains that you did in the past. Like it's just going to slow down.
Going to slow down.
For sure.
And you might feel like you're in a plateau if you're one of those purple belts, even no matter how good you are, right? Because you're going to see these blue belts that are experiencing the same trajectory that you experienced, right? And so now, instead of tapping him out like 6 times, this guy's no problem. Now you're like, man, he's getting pretty good. I tapped him out twice, but I used to wreck shop on this guy.
Right. And you're like, well, how come? And
The gap is closing.
I was going to say, he's still in his exponential growth phase, right? Mode. Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's actually picking up still
Yes.
where you're there, right?
Yeah.
Now you're tightening up what you have, but it's not like you've got stuff he's never even seen before anymore, right? That's a good point, dude.
Yeah.
Like that could be discouraging too, though, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't want guys to go, oh my God, now I'm stuck here. And it's
So,
like,
okay, so what's better, do you think? A guy that learns really slow, but give him a decade, he gets there?
okay.
Or a guy that learns average pace, give him a decade, he still gets there? Or the guy that learns super fast, but then he plateaus, you know, because he can't learn super fast forever.
Right.
Which of those three, or does it even matter? He just like, it is what it is. It's who you are.
Yeah,
What do you think?
In the end, you've all gotten to the same
all
place,
got there.
right?
Yeah.
But the guy who got there really fast,
He had some fun, though.
he had some fun,
some
and
fun.
he's had more time
Yeah.
to enjoy that time there really fast. Or
We're getting dangerously close to the
Yeah,
other topic.
yeah,
We
shit,
need
all
to-
right.
we need
Okay,
to
we're
change lanes because we got a good one for you guys.
right, we're definitely gonna have to
Probably
save some
going
of
to be
this
one of our
stuff.
better episodes coming up.
Absolutely. Okay, fair enough, right?
We're hitting those speed bumps. You know, when on the freeway, those little
Yeah,
those
right.
little
It's
reflectors.
got to get you back on. Yeah, we're like, get back in the lane.
get back in
the lane. Okay. So, I mean, we've seen this too, right? Like the guys who are good blue and purple, right?
Yes.
They're pretty much good brown and black belts. Like,
Yes.
We haven't really seen guys who, you drop them off, they're mediocre or even less than mediocre, like purples, and then when they get their brown belt, it's just like some magical blossoming. It rarely happens, right?
It's like we already know, dude. We already know. Like, I always hate to name names.
No, we're
'cause
not.
I hate shouting out these guys all the time. I don't want them to get their heads,
Look,
blowing up.
Some of
But
these
look,
guys are really good, and they're going to be really good
I like,
black belts.
yeah, and I'll shout out a guy. I'll say someone like, and I'll say a blue belt, like Eric. Shout out
Yeah.
to Eric. He's pretty good blue belt, right?
I think he's
Don't
better
get your
than
head
a pretty
big,
good blue
Eric.
belt. Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna have to wreck shop on you. if you
damn,
do.
wait. I just said I think he's actually better than pretty good. I shouldn't have
He's
said
good.
that.
He's great.
Yeah,
But
okay.
here's the thing.
Fair enough.
If Eric sticks with it, that's the caveat. We don't know
Right.
what's going to happen. Eric
Yeah.
doesn't know what's going to happen in his
Life
life.
starts life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might have another kid and just quit. We don't know.
Yeah, there
But
you go.
assuming Eric keeps training and training and training, I would say that he'd be a really good black belt.
Yeah.
He will make a good black belt. He'd be one of the good ones.
Absolutely.
Now, there's other blue belts from, I don't know. I can't think of any, but maybe he's just average. At the end of the day, they'll probably be an average black belt.
Which is okay.
It's still good.
I mean, the average black belt.
I'm not
is
shouting Eric
still-
out anymore.
I know, right? But the average black belt is actually pretty damn good when you just think overall as a jiu-jitsu practitioner,
Yes.
right? Like if you've reached the level of black belt, you get there for a reason.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You've earned that through putting in that work and having a pretty damn decent understanding of jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you're kicking everybody's ass. I mean, look, because that same bell curve that we had for white belts, there's a black belt bell curve as well. You know what I mean? It's like there's levels to this shit. There really are. Like one of our viewers wrote something in there, and he was like, "Look, if you've seen a guy who's a really really good black belt, he's like who do you say, like Gordon Ryan and freaking." You know, and just name your best guy. He said Dean Lister, a couple other guys.
Oh, Fowler.
Right. Yeah.
That guy's got a good back escape.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
yeah, he's legit,
But, like,
dude.
if you've got those guys and they're great at black belt, do you think they sucked at blue belt?
That's true. That's a good point, actually.
Like, those guys
no
at
way.
blue belt
Probably phenoms.
would probably beat our ass
You're
as
right.
black belts.
You're right.
It just is what it is, man. It is what it is, and that's okay. Like, I'm all right with that. And
Did Ryan Hall ever just suck?
not from the times I've seen him, like, even before.
Even white belt Ryan
yeah,
Hall was probably legit.
He probably was, man. Yeah.
They're probably like the first 6 months in. This guy's
They're like, oh,
Really-
you're going to be a pretty
gonna be really
damn
good.
good.
Yeah.
You're going to be a pretty damn good jiu-jitsu guy. Yeah. And he probably turned just into that. So here's a bigger question.
he's doing 50-50 at white belt,
I know, right?
wrapping people up.
So
Shout out to Ryan Hall.
what about the opposite, though? So, and viewers out there, please, if I didn't mention, like, share, subscribe. I don't remember if I said it already. But if not, I'll say it again. Like, share, subscribe, and talk to us about this part. Have you seen anyone Like if you've been coming up and you've watched some people go maybe through purple, brown, black belt, right? Have you ever seen some purple belts who were less than mediocre, who might have just been like, ooh, damn, like, how'd you get your purple belt, right?
Yeah.
But then they stuck with it. Did they all of a sudden become these great, phenomenal brown and black belts? Or are they just okay as black belts? Like, you see them, you're like, no, they know their shit. Like, I respect it. But they're not setting the world on fire.
Yeah, I think
like,
the latter.
they're pretty much as good as they were at purple belt. I mean, we've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it, man.
And that's not a knock. That just is what it is. It's like,
now maybe the only exception would be if they got belted prematurely. I remember we had one guy at our school. I'm not going to name obviously. He wasn't really our student. He came from somewhere else.
Okay.
But he was a purple belt. I think I was a blue belt type.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. And
I think I just got my blue belt, and this guy he felt like a white belt. Not only did I run through him, that's not the, I guess, the determining factor.
Right.
But bro, it was like the way he rolled was just spazzy. He had no technique. He would get getting side control.
Right.
You get all, I'm like, bro, how can you be a purple belt and you're panicking?
Yeah.
Like something was off there.
Something's off.
So maybe if he got belted super early, maybe there's an exception to where he could actually really grow into it.
Okay.
That would be the only exception. But
that would be a very good exception.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But aside from that,
right. But if you've just actually been on that steady path, and you can kind of see, like, really your growth would have been between white and purple.
Yeah.
And then you take purple and you eat, right? If you take purple, and that's when you're getting your Popeye muscles and everything, and you're like, yeah, you become way more dangerous around purple belt, right? Yeah. And I know we talked about this before too. Like, purple belt at your best purple belt versus black belt now. What do you think? Like, how do you see that kind of go?
Oh, I'd wreck shop on my purple belt version. No, I would.
You were aggressive.
But here's the thing, though. I was a little bit of a slow learner. Okay. I was not on that fast course, man. It took me a while.
I was on the short bus at jiu-jitsu too. I was definitely on.
I think, hey, man, I'm not too proud to say it. It is what it is.
Seriously.
But it doesn't matter, man. It's just, do you get there in the end?
But we got
It's a
there.
marathon, not a sprint.
There you go.
Now, I think a better comparison for me would be brown belt version of me versus me of today. Because at brown belt, like, I had my defense was tight. Because at purple belt, like, I knew a lot of my attacks on that, but my defense wasn't that good. Not for leg locks, especially. Like, I really didn't have a good understanding of the positions as well.
Right. You had
like
familiarity with it. You're familiar, but you weren't like
a guy who was good at leg locks would have ran through me, at purple belt. Where at brown belt, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a brown belt version of me against me now, I'm still way better now, but you got to remember that was like 7 years ago at brown belt.
Yeah.
So that's 7 years of age you're shaving from me, right? So
right.
I'm moving a little bit better, mobility's better, cardio's a little bit better,
right?
A little bigger and stronger.
We talked about that too, right? Father time. That's the trick.
Dirty tricking on you.
Yeah, it's like the more and more I learn about jiu-jitsu, the older I get, and the older I get, the less I can do all the stuff I actually know.
Yeah, like you're on a permanent plateau. You know what I mean? Like I'm plateaued like forever because like I'll get better and better, and I am getting way better. But your physicality starts going down, so it kind of, the technique just compensates and brings you back to where you were.
Isn't that the old saying? They're like,
that sucks.
Youth is wasted on the young.
Youth is wasted on the young, man. It certainly is.
Damn.
But I think with everybody,
all the stuff you know and all the skill sets you had, and drop that in 25-year-old Rod.
Oh man, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Crazy, man. Anyway,
we talked about that.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, right?
I know. But if you think about it, jiu-jitsu in general has a small window. Yeah. If you want to compete, right? If you want to compete, that window is going to be from like your late teens to maybe like 20 something.
Yeah. There's a reason there's a Masters freaking tournament. Yeah. Because once you hit those 30s, believe it or not, and there's plenty of guys in their 30s who are phenoms. But
30s is still legit, dude.
But there's a reason there's the adult division.
Yes.
And if you compete outside the adult division, are you the best anymore? You're the best old guy.
Like I would, and there's no way I would say you're old, even if like 35. 35, technically, I think in your mid-30s, you're in your prime. In terms of being a man, 33 might be the prime.
Okay.
Right? Because you got your man strength, you filled out, you're still young, you can move well, but you can't move as well as maybe a 19-year-old version of you. The same guy at
Right.
19. You may not be as strong, but you probably move better and your mobility is better. So for a sport like jiu-jitsu, where it's like 90% mobility, you're going to have an edge with that extra mobility versus the strength.
I guess that's why IBJJF goes, yeah, we got to separate you old guys out. As soon as you hit your 30s, you're in a damn different division.
Yeah, but in terms of just being a hobbyist, you're good to go, dude.
Yeah.
30s, you're great.
35-year-old hobbyist.
40s, you're great.
Yeah.
Still good, man. 50s,
Keep
you're
going.
still
Keep
good.
going,
50s,
man.
You're great.
Keep going.
You're good.
I'm trying to stay in that number. Just keep going.
You're gonna start slowing down at like mid 50s.
Damn.
It's
Okay.
mid 50s. You're gonna start slowing down a little bit. You're still gonna be good, but you're gonna slow down a little bit.
Well, now you guys know what to look forward to.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But you can still roll, man. You can still like, bro. Like I was in there. What was I in there Friday night?
Yeah.
I got like 6-7 rolls in, man. Every roll, I was like,
good
back
weekend.
to back. I
Yeah,
had
that's
great
true.
rolls. It was awesome.
I did too. That was fun.
Can't imagine not doing it. So you
my
have
tongue,
a lot of years left in jiu-jitsu if you play your cards right.
Yes,
you
that's
don't
for
ruin your
sure.
body when you're younger.
That's for sure. Yeah, but you know what? We were talking about as you get later on into your jiu-jitsu time, right? Like that brown and black. And I guess even late in the purple, we were talking about like you learn your body tolerance.
Oh yeah,
better
you're
too,
gonna
right?
yes.
It's like
Yeah, that's a good point.
you don't tap as soon,
No.
or you can just kind of tough it out longer.
Yeah, you can either
You actually do tap sooner because you're like, wait a minute, I'm not trying to get my shit broken off. So, but like straight ankle locks, things like that, just things that hurt.
You can tell the difference between hurt and my leg is going to snap in half.
Right. I was
Like
talking
there's
about
no
that in class,
negotiating.
right?
Like I have to tap if I want to walk out of here.
Exactly. It's
you
like
know-
hurt versus injured.
Yeah.
I always tell these guys too, like, even in the class, I'm like, I don't care if you get hurt. I don't want you to get injured.
Yeah.
Like everything we do hurts, so I'm okay with that because that slow, steady pain, you can go, this hurts, and now it hurts too much. I tap, right? But injured is, oh shit, he made a move. Damn, I can't walk. That's too much. Like I don't want that to happen to my guys when they're training. So, damn.
So what's the moral of the story?
Moral of the story is there's this thing called the law of diminishing returns. It happens to everybody. It's like we're all on a bell curve. I know we talked about the white belt bell curve, but
White belt bell curve.
yeah, there's bell curves for all of life, right? And you have to be okay with it. Like I don't want anybody to get discouraged or say, "Oh, I don't want to do it because I don't feel like I'm progressing, and I don't feel like I'm moving forward anymore." When I was a purple belt, it was all great. I was kicking everybody's ass. I was aggressive, and it's like now I'm later on my purple belt. I'm still doing good, but I don't think I'm getting that much better.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're probably not getting that much better.
Well, I would say if you're the guy that got to that plateau really quick,
fast,
you
right.
can't expect that to last forever, right? So
Exactly.
you're gonna slow down. But I don't want those guys getting discouraged because they're still growing. Right. Although the perception might be that they're not. Usually you are. And sometimes you're ready to break through like a little growth.
Tiny little bit.
Yeah, it's smaller increments.
Baby steps.
Where you can't really see it as often.
Imperceivable little increases in skill. Believe me, it's there.
It's kind of a law, right? It seems like just a natural, because even if you work out, when you first start working out, you're like, oh my God, you see a little swole.
Yeah,
right? You see it pretty quickly because, hey man, you've been working out?
Thanks.
But then after that, they stop because like you're going to have to do a lot more to get to that next level.
It's the 80-20 rule, right?
80-20,
back
man.
to that. It's like in the beginning, the 20 will give you 80% of your freaking gains. But then when
100%.
you got it, now to clear that last 20, you would need to put out about 80% more output to try to close that 20 gap.
Yes.
And the thing is, the more you close that 20%, the harder those last few percentage get. It's just like it almost gets to the point where it's impossible. You'll never hit 100%.
Yeah.
Damn.
Such
Math
is life.
is weird. Life is weird.
Yep.
But hey, life is going to keep on lifing, and you got to keep on rolling. You got to keep on freaking training. You have to keep on just doing the damn thing. You got to be safe. You got to have fun. You got to learn something every time you get out there on the mat. Make it count, right? Like don't Don't sell yourself short. And don't be discouraged if you feel like, oh, I got my promotion and I did not become the best person on the mat. That was going to happen way earlier, man. Unless you just change everything about your life. And that's asking a lot too. You know what I mean? When you have real obligations, damn, you can't do that shit. We are really a hobbyist freaking podcast.
Hey man, I'm fortunate to be a hobbyist. Like, right? What's the flip side? You're not training at all. You're the guy just watching TV with the remote.
That's it. Just sitting on the sidelines talking shit.
Or you're the guy that comes in, kind of sniffs around a little bit, comes back in 6 months later, peeks his nose in again,
right.
Never starts.
How about
Would
that?
you rather be that or a full-fledged hobbyist that's training 4 days a week?
I would rather just be that consistent.
There you go.
I'm always here. I never freaking.
There you go.
I never miss it if I can avoid it. Hobbyist.
Hobbyist is not a dirty word.
We should open up a school called Good Enough Jiu-Jitsu.
Good enough for government work, jiu-jitsu.
Good enough for government work.
That's be like socialist jiu-jitsu.
Not that damn good.
Like one dirty little gray mat.
Yes.
Like 100 people. You
Nobody
have to
cleans it.
go at a certain time. I can only go between 4 and 8 every Tuesday.
Oh my
because
God.
the mats are full.
That's your designated time. All right. That would
man.
suck.
That's depressing.
I would not like that.
Socialist jiu-jitsu. Let's not have that.
So, what else are we trying to tell the people, Rod? We already told them. That's what I wanted you to do. Let us know, right? If you know anybody, seriously, if you've experienced someone who has made, like, for whatever reasons, a massive transformation later on in the game, tell us about it. If you've been that person, tell us about it. Like,
it's got to be brown belt or above.
yeah, like if you've hit brown and black belt, and you were like, oh yeah, I sucked all the way up through purple belt, but then for some reason,
I got to hear that story.
yeah, I got to hear that story too, man.
I don't think that we're gonna get a lot of those.
Or you're gonna get one like, well, I fell into these vat of chemicals, and then all of a sudden, I was so much stronger and faster and younger. It's like, okay, I gotcha. I feel you there. That's different. If you have a superhero origin story, I get it. But just your average guy, or gal, if you used to suck, and now you're great, share your secret. Like, share your story. I'd like to hear that shit. So,
buy my course.
yeah.
I'll show you how I did it.
That's what they're going to do.
$149.99.
And don't try to sell a damn course on here. Fair enough.
Oh,
all right, Rod, do we have anything else for the people, man?
That's it. Just keep training. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Ride that plateau out. It's really a psychological thing. You'll bust through it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just keep training.
All right. Well, that pretty much boils down to if it's important to you, you'll find a way. And if it's not, you'll find an excuse. Like, I hit a plateau. I don't want to go anymore. Come on, man. Tough it up. Until next time, thank you for watching us on Open Mat Chronicles. Us.